The NFL has been an American staple for more than 100 years. In that time, there have been numerous eras that have captivated fans and provided a consistent reason for those fans to tune in each and every Sunday. Lombardi's Packers, Bradshaw's Steelers, Brady's Patriots, and other vintage teams all had their day in the sun as being the NFL's best. But only one franchise has ever received the honor of being known as America's team. After the 1978 season, NFL Films put together a highlight package of the Dallas Cowboys year and titled it America's Team. It was partially a play on words and an homage to Dallas quarterback Roger Staubach, who was known as Captain America. But it was also a testament to the popularity and success the team acquired with talents like Staubach, head coach Tom Landry, wideout Drew Pearson, and running back Tony Dorsett. The Cowboys made 5 Super Bowl appearances in the 70s and won 2 championships in Super Bowls 6 and 12. They've been America's team ever since, and their reach only broadened after Jerry Jones took over as the principal owner in 1989. The NFL has dramatically changed since the Cowboys' initial heyday, and after the Kansas City Chiefs recently won their 3rd title in 5 years with a 25-22 Super Bowl 58 win over the San Francisco 49ers, it's fair to say that they are now America's team.
Nothing else.
I think the Chiefs now, it can safely be said, are America's team. The Dallas Cowboys have had that moniker for a long time, and they're still a glamour franchise, but they haven't been to the Super Bowl since the mid-'90s.
For a hot minute, they were saying Detroit is America's team. For a hot minute.
Sentimentally,
yes.
Yeah, they would have been a sentimental favorite if they got to the Super Bowl, and it would have been a great storyline. 49ers are a good storyline, too. But now the Chiefs have been to 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
They have the best quarterback in the game, even though there are others really who are really good. He's exciting, he improvises, he's charismatic. They've got him. Andy Reid's been around a long time, went to the Super Bowl with Philadelphia and now with the Chiefs. They've got Travis Kelce and his romance with Taylor Swift. He was a big deal to begin with, and now it blows up bigger. Plus the State Farm commercials.
As renowned sports broadcaster Bob Costas alluded to, even before the Chiefs' win over San Fran, Kansas City has enjoyed a great deal of on-field success recently, but such a title is not simply given to whoever is hot at a given moment. By that definition, the New England Patriots and San Francisco 49ers would have already dethroned the Cowboys long ago. It would seem that being America's team requires a unique blend of winning and cultural notoriety. By these markers, the Chiefs have already won the crown. Dynasties don't take shape overnight. Prior to hiring head coach Andy Reid in 2013, the Chiefs were coming off of a 2-14 year in which they ranked dead last in points for. The 2013 season saw Reid take control and guide the team to an 11-5 record with the help of new quarterback Alex Smith, who had previously been a playoff QB with the Niners. Despite losing 5 of their last 7 games due to a subpar defense, Reid, Smith, and dynamic running back Jamal Charles helped the Chiefs punch a ticket to the NFL playoffs. Even though they fell to the Andrew Luck-led Colts in a 45-44 road thriller, it was evident that the franchise had taken a step in the right direction. A year later, tight end Travis Kelce broke out and led the squad with 67 receptions. Then in 2015, the Chiefs shut out the Texans 30-0 in the wildcard round to earn their first playoff win in 22 years. Reid, along with offensive coordinator Doug Peterson, defensive coordinator Bob Sutton, and general manager John Dorsey, were beginning to build a formidable roster. But in an era defined by Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger, it was a legitimate question as to whether or not Alex Smith could lead them to their first title since Super Bowl IV. With the 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Kansas City selected Texas Tech quarterback Patrick Mahomes, a talent that soon-to-be GM and former player Brett Veach had been pushing for within the organization. Mahomes made his debut during Week 17 of the 2017 season while the starters rested before the playoffs. The Texas native looked raw in his first bit of NFL action, but certainly passed the eye test from a physical perspective. His strong arm and ability to scramble hinted at the dual-threat potential the Chiefs did not have with Smith. After a disappointing loss to the Tennessee Titans in that season's wildcard round, Kansas City decided to trade Smith to the Washington Redskins and roll with Mahomes as their starting quarterback. What followed was extraordinary. In his first true year under center, Mahomes tossed 50 touchdowns and got the most out of Kelsey and former fifth-round pick wide receiver Tyreek Hill. He joined Peyton Manning as the only players in NFL history to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 passing touchdowns in the same season, and was an OT coin toss away from outdueling Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game. All of it came en route to winning MVP. 2018 ended up being a prequel of sorts. The following offseason, the Chiefs released two of their longest tenured defenders, Justin Houston and Eric Berry. They also made a change at defensive coordinator and brought in Steve Spagnuolo, a man famous for holding the 07 Patriots to a measly 14 points in Super Bowl 42 while he was the D coordinator for the Giants. It seemed that defensively, Spags would try to get to work with players like Chris Jones, Frank Clark, and Tyrann Mathieu, and hope it would be enough to allow the Mahomes offense to emerge victorious. The 2019 Chiefs went 12-4, were 5th in points for, 7th in points against, and went on to defeat the Niners 31-20 in Super Bowl 54, cementing the first phase of the dynasty. Of course, the team has changed since this initial run. Kansas City had to shuffle their O-line after losing Super Bowl 55 to Brady and a Buccaneer defense that held the Chiefs to 9 points. They moved off of Tyreek Hill after falling to Joe Burrow and the Bengals in the 2021 AFC Championship game, and even survived after longtime offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy departed following KC's 38-35 Super Bowl 57 win over the Philadelphia Eagles. They have now chosen to bank on younger receivers with a strong defense that's truly found its stride this past year. On the whole, Mahomes, Reed, and Kelsey have been the core. As Hill and Bieniemy departed, the team evolved and remained a force to be reckoned with. As far as cultural significance is concerned, the Chiefs may be in a league of their own. Compared to the Cowboys of yesteryear and other NFL dynasties, they've already reached new heights through commercials, social media, and potential interest as they look to three-peat. Mahomes, Kelsey, and Reed can all be seen in a number of TV advertisements. State Farm and Pfizer both have spots featuring members of the Chiefs dynasty, and the average American now knows who they are even if they've never watched a single snap. Similarly, Kelsey and pop star Taylor Swift's budding romance made audiences everywhere aware of the Chiefs' success and likely made more people interested in what they were up to. It's fully possible that this sort of cachet has drawn people towards Kansas City, but it has also made some experience fatigue. Either way, the attention involved rivals what the Cowboys were able to achieve in the 70s and surpasses it in terms of scope. Now more than ever, individual athletes are the story. For as interested as someone may be in the Chiefs franchise, they may be more singularly intrigued by Mahomes, Kelsey, Swift, Reed, or the people that are connected to them and in some cases related to them. The Patriots, Warriors, Yankees, and Bulls dynasties all had intriguing characters, but the media landscape has changed dramatically since then. Moreover, it's changed in a fashion that's given players more power and fans more access than ever before. Being America's team doesn't necessarily mean being the most beloved team. There's no doubt that the Chiefs have made enemies over their most recent stretch of dominance, but the kind of success they're enjoying can only be described as monumental. With WFUV Sports, I'm Colin Loughran.